Which of the following valves separates the right atrium and ventricle? So we remember we have our heart, and we have our atrium and ventricles, the four chambers of the heart, left and right side. So you have your atrium and your ventricle, your atrium and your ventricle. And remember that this is the right side because we're looking at it according to the patient, and that this would be your left side because it's like the mirror image looking at the patient. And then you have valves between these chambers, between the atrium and the ventricles, and one side has 2 and one side has 3 in terms of the shape and the valves and how many there are. So on the right side, you have your tricuspid, so 1, 2, 3, and then your left side, you have your bicuspid, you have 2. So we're looking at the choices. Which of the following valves represents for the right atrium and ventricle, separating the right atrium and ventricle? So we know we can eliminate the aortic valve because this would be the valve for going out of the aorta, but we're looking between the right atrium and ventricle here. And then we also could eliminate the semilunar valve because this has to do with the pulmonary valves and the aortic valve, and this also is not between atrium and ventricle. So the ones that are between atrium and ventricle are the tricuspid and bicuspid valves, but we have to differentiate which one is for the right and which one is for the left. So in this case, because it's asking us about the right atrium and ventricle, the one that has 3 instead of 2 in terms of the shape of the valves would be on your right side, which is your tricuspid valve. So that would be option C. And one handy way that you can remember which one is your tricuspid and which one is your bicuspid, just a little fun trick. So let's say you make an R and you make an L for right and for left. So now if you look at how many segments in the character, the R and the L, when you make an L here, you have one line and then another line. So that's a total of 2. And 2 and bi, the prefix for bi here is 2 because the 2 valves. So you could remember that the left side is your bicuspid side. As opposed to the letter R, you might look at the letter R here and think you have one line, 2 lines, and then a curve. So that makes 3, which is like the prefix tri, and the tricuspid valve has 3 parts in the valve. So you can remember that tricuspid is on the right side. So just a little study trick that might be helpful for you. So in this case, the answer will be option C, the tricuspid valve separating the right atrium and ventricle.